Business Central provides organizations who are ready for the modern workforce. Microsoft talk a lot about the modern workforce. Lots of people try and understand what is a modern workforce, what does a modern workforce mean. Today's society with COVID-19, the modern workforce is very different, it's very changing. And there's lots of discussion about actually, is this a short-term or long-term change? And there's certain elements of it which will probably be here for the next 3 to 6 months, and there'll be certain elements of this which will retain from this point onwards. And one of the key things which has been very clear to a lot of organizations is that working from home, the need to travel, the need for face-to-face communications, the need for face-to-face meetings has changed drastically over the past 3 to 5 months. And really, this is turning into a requirement around a modern workforce. The modern workforce is the capability to provide collaboration, communication, sharing of information, sharing of ideas, supporting of colleagues, and also the ability to use platforms which have high levels of integration whilst providing easy to use systems, because the days of being able to do lots of face-to-face training are changing. The requirement to pick up a solution and be able to run with it is becoming more and more important. Organizations nowadays need tools which are focused on user adoption, focused on ease of use, focused on tools which people are familiar with, are comfortable with, such as Excel and Word, these sort of tools which have been around for a long, long time. Tools such as Outlook, and then taking those tools and integrating them into other technologies such as Teams, having the ability to do document management and so on and so on. That's really what the future of remote working and the modern workforce is all about. And that's what Microsoft 365 is doing very efficiently. So it really provides the full collaboration process in terms of integrating Teams. So Teams integrates into Business Central, integrates into SharePoint for your document management. It gives you a collaboration workspace. It gives you the ability to do conferencing. It gives you the capability to do meetings, chat, and also enables you to integrate other tools as well. So there's an Outlook integration within Teams where you can have your emails actually embedded in Teams, which is coming up very shortly. You have the capability of creating custom apps, which then allow you to do additional collaborations and manage different work streams, such as a legal process or maybe a debt recovery process, a credit control process, a cash flow collection process. All these capabilities all enable you to work within a standard hub with a standard set of tools that provide very bespoke solutions to empower your users to be more effective moving forwards. The Power Platform is integral in terms of what Microsoft 365 is trying to do, providing tools such as Power Automate, capability to do approval processes, approval workflows, having the ability to do integrating data into different systems, allowing you to connect one or multiple different platforms together to pull the data into a centralized application, using Power BI to provide reporting not just across one application, but across all of the different data housed within Microsoft 365. They have what's called the Microsoft Common Data Store, which is essentially the capability to capture data across all the different parts of Microsoft, but enable you to report across any element of it and also interlink different parts of it together. So you've got a joined up picture, not just of your customers or your suppliers, but your entire business. And then obviously Power Apps gives you a citizen development toolkit to enable you to have very bespoke solutions to meet your digital transformation aims and objectives, to replace Word, notepads, Excel spreadsheets, and then have applications where you can capture information, you can validate information, offer additional benefits to your users, whilst having ability to do centralized reporting across all different parts of your business. So if we have a look to see how this integration and collaboration actually looks into the system. So here we have Outlook. And this actually works with both Outlook client and also Web Outlook, which is part of Office 365, which is now known as Microsoft 365. But essentially, this scenario here is we have an email from a customer, and then the customer has sent an email which is they're looking to place a particular order. So what we want to do is we want to process it. So the first thing we do is we click on the Business Central. We've got Customer Insights. So when we click on it, it then takes information and it shows you a preview pane. So we don't have to switch to Business Central. We don't have to go to a different browser. It's actually pulling the information dynamically from Business Central based upon the customer, based upon the order, based upon the information, and it pulls all this data into your Outlook pane. What it's now doing is it's analyzing the customer. It's giving you a quick overview so you can then look to make the right decision. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new, I'm going to choose purchase invoice. So you can see you have the standard sort of menu items we'd expect in a Fanon system, but actually integrated now directly within your Outlook client. So what's happened is it's not only just allowing you to create a new purchase invoice, but it's actually scanned the email, it's scanned the contents of the email. It's now using data pattern recognition. It's now using artificial intelligence to realize this is an actual invoice. It's now working out what the line items are, the quantities of those line items, and it pulls the information into a suggestion system. Note how it adds an additional line item. This is because it's also trying to identify that potentially there are other types of products which are normally sold alongside these two products. So you can choose the ones you want. You don't have to choose all of them. You can choose the specific ones. So once we've chosen the line items, it then obviously takes the information such as the vendor, the contact. It's pulled a lot of this information directly from the email automatically. You can change it, of course, and you can also update it. And if I scroll down, I can see all the information such as the payment term code, which I may want to change. I can see the tax area code and receipt date. So from the three little dots, I have the ability to post it. This could be at this stage, rather than automatically posting it, you can see further down, there could have been an approval workflow. So we may start an approval process. We say, actually, this is a purchase order. And before we post it and confirm the purchase invoice, we need an approval. So I could send an approval request to somebody who's department head to say, are we happy to approve this particular order? I'm not going to in this scenario. I'm going to post it. It gives me confirmation as you expect in any finance system. So now I've received an email. I've looked at the email. I've clicked on the insights. I've then automatically generated a new purchase invoice based upon the information. I haven't had to key it in. All I've had to do is just confirm and select the right information. And I've gone through and been able to post an invoice. And I haven't left Outlook. I haven't moved into my other product. I haven't gone into Business Central. I've done all of this within one Outlook window. This is an example of the level of capability in the reporting. So this is how you can use Power BI. So we've got a view of an income statement and a balance sheet. And what this is actually doing is not just showing you an income statement or balance sheet of one organization. This is showing how Power BI can actually consolidate information, not just at a summary level, but also at a transactional level in real time across multiple legal entities as well. And that obviously gives you the capability to do things like goodwill transactions and also manage the percentage share ownerships as well of groups of companies and organizations. Sort of capabilities you'd expect in sort of Hyperion tools and those sort of master data management tools, all built within Power BI within the standard product.